I'm Nadia Estrada, and I'm here with Primitiva Taclindo Ranoa-Gador.
I was born in the Philippines, in Kandihay, Bohol, Philippines, on July 20th, 1919. But actually, we really went to Hawaii when I was only 5 years old. My husband, his name was Victor Maculan Ranoa, and he was also from the Philippines. We were married in 1938. And as I said, he was already 38 and I was 19.
Wow.
But he looked so young. Vic and I felt that since Hawaii had only one university and my children were getting so to the point that they were graduating, we talked to each other and said, I don't think we will be able to afford to send all these children when the time comes to send them to the university. So I said the best thing for us to do is for you to go to the mainland first and check it out and see how it is there, and then we'll come after you. We met a family here in Irvington that was working with a farmer by the name of Allan Hirsch, and they told us that you were having such, so many children, it would be nice for you to come to the farm and farm the strawberries. So we were introduced to Mr. Hirsch, and Mr. Hirsch told us that we would have about 5 acres of strawberries to take care of. So that's what we did here.
And where was your first house that you bought here in Fremont?
We were at 39392 Blacow Road, between Maury and Stevenson here in Fremont.
And how long did you live there?
We stayed there for 27 years.
And how many children in all you had?
I only have 11.
You only 11?
We had 7 boys and 4 girls.
And after you completed your contract with Mr. Hirsch, you also mentioned the Ranoa Enterprises that you had on Bundy Way, that you had market there. What was your experience working there?
As I said, that would be a good idea for me to get some sort of income, So I opened that little place that is now where we're living. We had Filipino articles, Filipino foods and sort of what they call it, a sari-sari. It's mixed. We organized or helped to organize the Filipino Circle Club here in 1960. So, and we have been involved with that, with the organization. In fact, with several organizations, Filipino organizations here in the U.S. The first part of when we first organized, we had citizenship classes also in that, because there were so many of them that were not American citizens at that time. They were just working out in the fields. And, we had more or less a group where you had association with the different people in the group, because most of them that were here did not have families. They didn't have no wives, and most of them were senior adult male. And so that's the reason why, to more or less gather them together and make them feel like they were partly, well, they didn't have to be so homesick. I was the first president, yes.
Okay.
First president of the seniors, the Filipino seniors of the Lake Elizabeth, the Tri-City Filipino Seniors. I worked Washington Hospital 15 years until I I felt that my husband was getting ill, so he needed somebody to stay home. So I retired after 15 years. When we first started the hospital, it was 1958. I think the first group that, was hired for the hospital.
And you also did some work working as a court interpreter?
Yes, I had been, since 1954. I stayed with the New Haven Adult School for 15 years, and about 5 years in the Fremont Adult School. Living skills for senior adults.
You got married a second time after your first husband passed away.
After 8 years of Vic being dead, I met this person in one of the senior centers, and I don't know how we got around, but we got married. Francisco Gador.
And how long were you married?
We were married almost 10 years.
The property that you have right now, you would like to develop it for a specific purpose. You want to talk about that?
Yes, I have that. That had been our plan before Vic died. We had wanted to put a 3-story building there so that we could have, the first story would be commercial stores and so forth. The second and the third story would be homes for more or less the elderly. Unfortunately, Vic died before this thing happened. We had a very good life here. Son was a little bit hard in the beginning, but all the children were really raised here. They had their education starting from here, and we love Fremont. I would never go anywhere else. I mean, I could go out and travel, but home is the best place.